Hello, 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 and welcome to Bima's Crafty Corner. I am Bima, better known as Els, and this is my corner, and today we're going to be doing some embossing powder basics, okay? I've done a video in the past, you can find it in my On the Cheap playlist, where I show you how all you really need is one embossing powder, because if you stamp with the cheapest inks you have, and then put this over it immediately, you're going to have that color come up. So you don't really need 20 different colors of embossing powder. You only really need one. But I'm going to show you the basics on how to actually emboss. Okay? So I'm going to be back in just a minute, and we're going to walk through everything that's in this container and a couple of tips and tricks. I'll be right back. Okay, let's go with the basics. First, clean hands. All right, you don't want your hands to have any lotions or anything like that on them. So clean hands are important here. The tools, obviously, embossing powders. An embossing tool. This is not a hair dryer. It is much higher, but it is not as hot as the heat gun that you would use for like wallpaper. Okay? So keep that in mind. So a heat tool is important. Now, I do carry this one in my shop, and I don't normally plug my own stuff, but I do carry this one in my shop at a very reasonable price, and there's a link to my shop in the description below. So if you need to get a heat tool, you can always get one, all right? A Versamark pad. We are just going to be stamping and embossing with colored embossing powders today, okay? So a Versamark pad. This is a watermark stamp pad. It doesn't have to be Versamark. This one is Stampabilities. It's the same thing, and so is this pad from Recollections. What you're looking for is the clear ink ones. They are like a sticky, kind of a sticky ink. That's what you're looking for. It doesn't really matter if it's got other stuff on it. This one, I've had forever, and I have to tell you, it is so grungy, but it doesn't matter. I just re-ink it and use it. So we've got one out. The stamp that you want to use, we're going to talk more about that in a second. What you're going to be stamping onto, as a rule of thumb, cardstock, nothing less than 65 pound, because you want something that's going to take the heat, okay? A very small paintbrush. You can see this is a very tiny little paintbrush, okay? And you're wanting an embossing buddy or something similar. This is actually a sock that I have put cornstarch into. And so you want that type of a thing. You can get an embossing buddy. It's a little tool, looks a little bag. It's got this little white powder in it, and it's really just for this. A block that is appropriate to the size stamp that you're using. So if you're using something that's long, you know, that says happy birthday, you want something that's a long stamp, a long base. If you're doing a small but big piece, something like this size, you're going to want that more on a bigger stamp, because obviously it's going to be too big, too small for this one. You know, this block is too small. This one's a little bit bigger than you should use, but it's okay. That one, see, it's going to fit. So that's kind of what we're looking for. We want a block that fits the stamp, and that helps in everything that you stamp. And the reason that it helps is because it allows you to put better pressure on it, okay? This is not one of those cases where you want to smush on it. So using your little stamp press is not going to work. If you are afraid that you're not going to get enough of the sticky ink, then by all means use your stamp platform, okay? So those are the basic tools. Now this is the most important one. A piece of clean paper. This can be just regular copy paper, and I recommend that you fold it in half, because you're going to have extra powder and you want to put it back in your bottle, okay? So what I do is I just kind of tuck mine underneath my case, and that helps. So let's talk about the stamps. If you have small, very intricate stamps, this is not going to work. It's never going to work. You're never going to get it as clean and clear as you want it. Honestly, words are the best, but you don't want tiny words. You need something that's got about at least, I would say, somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2 inch tall being the smallest. Because if you get much smaller than that, it's not going to leave the right spaces, okay? So we're going to take these. I'm going to get a couple of these off of here. We'll take this guy, and we'll take this guy. Now, I'm going to let these sit for a second and rest. I am not going to rip them off the plastic and put them on my blocks, okay? The reason for that is because I want this stamp to not be stretched out of shape. Then I'm going to take the block that is appropriate to the stamp, and I'm going to lift it with the block. Let's see. No. This one will work. Okay, so now I have my stamps. I'm going to get rid of the extra blocks. And this is why when you see me pull out my blocks, you see how many I have. That's because they're all different sizes for different things. Now, this one probably would have been, yeah. It's much more appropriate for this. This helps with getting all of the pressure where we want it, okay? Then we're going to bring in our piece of paper. We're going to hit this with our embossing buddy. Just wipe it off. What am I doing that for? I am doing that so I get rid of static. Why? Because I don't want the embossing powders to stick anywhere other than where I want them. So now, at this point, I will open up my basically sticky pad, and I'm going to dot like this. Don't rub, just pounce. And I'm going to get all that sticky goo on there. And then I'm going to line it up and press it down. I'm not going to wiggle this. I want a clear impression. Okay? And I'm going to hold it for just a few seconds. And then I'm going to pick it up. And what you should have, and it's very hard to see it, but can you see that? You can. Okay? So that's our first part. Then I'm going to pick my embossing powder. Whatever that embossing powder is, I'm going to get my stamp out of the way, and I'm going to put this on generously. Okay? Generously. Let it sit. Just a couple of seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. And then I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to tap it lightly. And then I'm going to flick the back. That's not hard. I'm not whacking it. Just tapping it lightly, okay? At this point, I'm going to use my brush, and any stray pieces that are where I don't want them to be, I'm going to go ahead and use my brush to get those off. And then I'm going to set my piece over here. I'm not going to touch that. It's got to stay untouched. And what I'm really doing right now is not just putting away my embossing powder, but I am allowing my embossing powder to really become saturated, okay? Now, I've put my embossing powder away. Yes, there's still a little on here. It's not that big of a deal. But one embossing powder like this from Recollections, that's a lifetime of embossing powder. Trust me. Okay? Now, this is where it's going to get noisy. I'm going to move my paper out of the way. I'm going to bring in my tool. I'm going to start my tool for just a few seconds because I want it to be warm before I start the process. So let's start it. I apologize for any noise. Now my air coming out is warm. So now I'm going to take this. Now I'm using the biggest piece of paper I can. If you don't have a big piece of paper and you're doing this on a small piece for whatever reason, you don't like your fingers, use some tweezers here, okay? Because it's going to get hot. We're going to start at the bottom, not at the top. I do not want to blow away the powder. I want to set the powder, so I'm going to use it from the bottom. Now that's all it takes. Just a couple of seconds. Now I'm going to start on the top. And you're going to see this change in color, okay? I'm going to do this as close to the camera as I can so that you can maybe hopefully see this. Now, it gets glossy. You guys can see that little bit of gloss on there. Do not touch the image. This is hot. Not only is it hot, but it'll smudge. So just let it sit. That's the whole point of embossing. Let it sit. Okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece off. Way down here. We're going to let that sit. All right? We're going to do this again with a larger piece. He's going to fit on there just like that. So again, I'm not smushing him or rubbing him around. Don't ever do that on a stamp pad with any stamp. Okay? If you do that, you're not only are you going to destroy the lines on here because you're going to rub them down, but you're also going to destroy the integrity of your ink pad, and you don't want to do that. So just tap. These are completely refillable, by the way. I know Recollections has a refill. Versamark also sells a refill. So I'm just moving it around, getting all the sticky on there I can. I'm going to place this straight down, and I'm going to hold it. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Okay? Now when I pick this up, look, see how it got stuck to the paper? That's because it's glue. It's like a glue. And you guys can see the shiny image there. And then again, we're going to go ahead and emboss this. And I'm going to do this one in a little bit different of an embossing powder. We're going to use something that's very heavily glittered. Okay? Oh, shush. I know. But again, we're going to put this on. We're going to make sure that we cover the whole thing. And we're going to cover it fairly thick. And just let it sit. I know. It's a lot of letting it sit. But it helps. All right. Now, once we've let it sit for a couple of seconds, we're going to go ahead and just barely tap everything off, give it a little tap on the back, and then again, come in with our brush and go, see this down here? We don't want those loose ones. I don't know if you guys can see them, but there's some glitter up here. There's some glitter here. We don't want those. Now, if you do that, see how I just went through and I took that off? It's okay. Watch. A little more. Fixed it. Okay. A little bit more. Now, I've had people ask, can you emboss over embossing? Yes, you can. All right, we're going to set this up here. I'm going to clean up the mess. Again, I'm just going to tap it down to the center and then pour it back in my bottle. Now, there's a lot of different embossing powders, and I'm going to be honest, the truth is that they're pretty much all the same. It is very, very finely chopped plastic that is designed to melt. All right, I got my little guy here. First thing I'm going to do is go from the bottom. Why? Because I want to set it. Warm, hot. I don't want to send all of my embossing powder flying. Okay? Turn it on. We're going to do the top. Now, you see how it's all sparkly glittery? And it's not coming off, okay? Now, this guy's dry. We're going to go ahead and take a look. Now, if you touch him, he's raised, he's glossy, he's beautiful, okay? He's going to have to dry. But that's the basics. Make sure that you use your embossing buddy or your cornstarch to get rid of any static you may have on your page. This is perfect if you want to, use a stamp that you can then die cut out. It's a fantastic way of doing it. It's also a really good way if you are just learning how to do colors with your alcohol inks and you want to color something in, because it gives you just a little bit of a ridge, which is actually going to help you to not cover from one area to another. So you could go in and then at this point add. Now, if you want to really layer it, and we've done that, I think we did that with some faux labels that we did, door plate, number plates. You can use your stamping press, your stamp press, whichever one you have. You can stamp it, emboss it, stamp it again, emboss it, stamp it, emboss it, and build that embossing up. Perfectly fine. Also, you can buy different kinds of embossing powders. These are the Recollections. They're basic embossing powders, okay? Then you have some of these that are a little bit higher. This one has a little bit higher of a metal in it, so it comes out a lot more golden. There is clear embossing powders that you can use. There are embossing powders that are glittered. There are chunky embossing powders like this guy here. It's got some chunk in him. Let me see, this one's really chunky. Look at that, really chunky. And I have others that are even chunkier. Okay, and you have some that are clear that are glitter, and some that are clear that are just clear. And if you want to know about using colored inks and embossing with colored inks, go check that video out. It is on my on the cheap playlist. That's the one. And that's it, guys. That's all I have for you. It's very basic, but I will tell you that this will add something to cards. It will add something to your ephemera. It's going to boost up what you already do in a way that makes it look very professional and makes it very clean. And the first couple of times you may not get it. That's okay. Find a set of stamps that you want to work with. Get out some scrap paper. Get out your embossing powder. It's not going to kill you. Trust me. I've had this bottle for 8 years. 8 years. It's almost completely full. Just have a blast and just practice. Practice your brushwork. Practice how you go in there and get out the little bits you don't want. Practice if you have like mistakes. Practice making sure that you get the right amount of your embossing buddy on there so that it's not powdery, but it will allow you to stamp. Okay? You go and practice this and have fun with it. Sit there and do a whole stack of them. It's entirely up to you, but that's it, guys. That's all I have for you today. So if you're new here, hit the channel button that says subscribe, hang around. Why not? What else? You might be interested in cyber stalking me. If so, you can go down to the description box, click more, and for totally free, no charge at all, I will give you the Cyber Stalker Starter Kit. Yep. It will tell you where my Patreon is, my Facebook group, give you my email address, all the stuff that you need to cyber stalk me. It's all down there in the description. All you have to do is click on the more. Until I see you again, stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye-bye.